Good morning. It's Saturday, January 1st, 2022. And I didn't stay up last night and watch the ball fall. And I wasn't there with the 15,000 people in Times Square. And I saw no reason to celebrate the new year. Because if we look at the last 2 years of our lives, they have been really crappy. Okay, we struggled through 2020. We got the vaccine. People started getting vaccinated, but maybe 50% of the people were vaccinated or attempted to be vaccinated in the early part of 2021. But I wish everybody this year a happy and safe new year. But I don't hold out any hope for us to have a safe new year. Because no matter what happens, we still have 30 or 35% of this people in this country who don't want to be vaccinated for some reason. And then there are those people who claim a religious exemption. Now, what exactly is a religious exemption? Do any of these religions specifically state you cannot be injected with anything? You cannot put something in your body to save your life? I don't think so. I think religious exemption is a whole bunch of nonsense perpetrated by the leaders of those religions, perhaps. You get one reverend or one rabbi or one priest who stands up there and says, God didn't mean for us to have a needle stuck in our arm. We are supposed to be strong enough to survive anything. Well, I think Corona, Omicron, Delta, they have proved us otherwise. And so I don't look for a lot of changes in 2022. I think we're in for a bad stretch this winter, and I think that it might even get worse. Because as long as we have 1/3 of the population who refuses to get vaccinated, and what's even worse, the vaccination of the children is far behind where it should be. Not everybody is letting their kids get vaccinated. So if you don't care if you live or die, at least save your children. But no. And then they get upset when they're asked to have their children wear a mask. Wear your mask, children. Wear your masks. Go to school and be safe. If you want to go to school and be safe. Don't go to school. Don't have your mom and your dad standing outside waving these banners that they create. You cannot mask my child. Well, I want to tell you something. Children are resilient creatures. They won't be upset by what's going on around them. Most of them are pretty smart. I heard this little 9-year-old boy stand up and say, I'm getting vaccinated. I don't care what anybody tells me, I'm getting vaccinated. And there's a lot of kids that think like that. But it's the parents that get in their way. Parents are not necessarily good for children all the time. No matter what we think. I'm not sure that more than 50% of the people who have children deserve to have children and are qualified to have children. But then that's my own crazy opinion, and I don't know if I would stand up in a room and say that. But as long as I'm hiding behind this TV screen, I could say whatever I want. So I don't think that 2022 is going to be great. I don't know what's going to happen. And there's several other things that are aggravating me, like the Giants and the Jets. They can't play football, right? The Yankees are not so good. The Mets are not so good. They're spending all kinds of money. So the Islanders are not playing well. The Rangers are playing well, so Ranger fans can be a little bit happy. But it's insane. It's insane when you look at all the sports. And every day there's 5 or 6 teams that are down in quarantine. I don't know how they're playing this season. Maybe they shouldn't be playing this season. Because maybe they are creating the atmosphere that is causing the pandemic to spread. Because when they play, you get people in the arena. Not everybody in the arena is vaccinated. I don't know how they're doing that. So maybe sports is not a good thing to have going on right now. especially when you see how sick those guys keep getting. The sports people seem to be more infected than the general population. Every time you turn out, they got 5 or 6 guys or 7 guys on the protocol, on the pandemic protocol. Something's wrong with that. You know, football games are canceled. Baseball is not in season now, so we don't know what's going to happen there. Basketball teams don't show up. Hockey teams, the Islanders didn't play for 19 days because of the COVID, because they had so many guys sick. How can those guys all get sick at the same time? Because probably none of them are vaccinated. They're hanging out with these people who are anti-vax. You're not setting a great example for the youth in this country. You know, if the youth in this country follow their teams and watch them and see them get sick constantly, what are they supposed to say? I'm not getting vaccinated because Babe Ruth didn't get vaccinated. You know, I don't even know the names of these guys. I can't tell you who's playing on any of these teams anymore. I have lost interest in those games. Well, I know we got Aaron Judge, he's playing, and then there may be some other guys on that team that I know. But you know, sports is not what it was. It's not all that great anymore. So I don't know what's going to happen to this country in 2022, but I don't see it changing very quickly. I don't see us having a great 2022. So yes, I wish you all a happy new year, but what does that really mean? And I wish you a healthy new year. That's more important. But I don't know what that really means either. Because I guess if you can still go out and shop and find some place and get together with about 1/10 of your family members when the occasion arises, I don't consider that too good. I don't consider the fact that we had 100 million people trying to travel on the Christmas weekend and the airlines shutting down like crazy. Was that good for this country? No. Maybe the airline should have said, we're closing up for the whole weekend. Nobody's going anywhere. It's not worth it. We give everybody 2 weeks off. Nobody travels. Maybe that would make some sense to people. Maybe that would drive people to get their vaccinations. You know? Well, maybe if you come up to get on the plane and you're not vaccinated, they give you the shot right there. Can't get on the plane unless I vaccinate you. How's that? Can't get on the train. Can't get on the subway unless you're vaccinated. Wouldn't that be great? And then people will be claiming about their rights, complaining about their rights. I said enough today. That's it. I think we're in for a shitty 2022, and I'll leave it at that. Have a great day. Bye.